bar was dark, neon humming, smoke curling like secrets nobody wanted told. Then he walked in, Mikey, the hammer, fedora tipped low, jaw cut from stone. In one hand, his hammer. In the other, a bottle black as midnight, blood-red letters bleeding off the label. They call him the Hammer, 'cause when he pours, the night stays poured. He sets it down, slow. The label stares back at ya. Mikey the Hammer, barrel strength booze. Not bourbon, not scotch, something meaner. One sip'll floor ya, one glass'll bury ya. Regret, rage, and just a splash of vanilla bourbon, smooth enough to fool ya, strong enough to ruin ya. Two wise guys couldn't resist. One sipped, blinking like he seen the devil. The other gulped, already falling sideways. Christ, Mikey, one slurred. What's in this stuff? Mikey just grinned. Bad decisions, bottled up nice. The bartender shook his head. Side effects include broken promises, calls to your ex at 3 in the morning, and waking up in Jersey with no shoes. The room laughed, but Mikey didn't. He slammed the glass, smashed the bottle like a gavel, and growled the words that froze the whole joint. One shot, case closed. The lights flickered, the laughter died. And in that silence, something shifted. That bottle's label bled into typewriter ink. The neon dimmed, the jazz died. And what came instead wasn't booze, it was blood. Goku D'Angelo slamming his fist on a black table, veins ready to burst. Bambi Palermo, eyes sharp, pistol heavy in her purse. Lopez leaning in the rain, cigarette glowing like the last light on a dead street. Nick Palermo at a grave whispering, family first. And lurking in the shadows, Christians in telly. Smiling that devil's grin, a knife made of charm and poison. This ain't just a drink. It's a story. It's a sentence. Brooklyn Bloodlines, Season 2. The booze is strong, the blood runs thicker. And the streets, they don't forgive.
Supreme and P9's Dump Truck Adventures, Shenanigans at Gettysburg. So picture this. It's a humid-ass afternoon in Pennsylvania, smelling like cow shit, old cannons, and gas station hot dogs that should have been thrown out in '98. Supreme's behind the wheel of the dump truck, P9's riding shotgun, feet on the dash, rolling a blunt the size of a Civil War cannonball. They're only in Gettysburg because Supreme took a wrong turn trying to find a Sonic. Yo, GPS says we in some battlefield or some shit, P9 says, grinning like an idiot. Supreme squints out the windshield, deadpan as always. Yeah, battlefield. Great. Just what I need. Haunted cornfields full of redneck ghost soldiers. Now here's where the fuckery begins. Before Supreme can even light his Newport, the sweaty Civil War reenactor waddles up. Guy's got polyester gray wool on, fake sword, the whole 9 yards. He bangs on the dump truck door like he's repoing it. Y'all late for roll call, he yells, spitting into his fake mutton chops. P9, without missing a beat, leans out the window. Late for what? Bro, I thought this was a goddamn Cracker Barrel parking lot. But nah, these history nerds don't take no for an answer. They hand Supreme a musket, throw a Confederate jacket on P9, and before you know it, the dump truck is rolling into the middle of the lame-ass Civil War cosplay Super Bowl. Now P9, he's all in. Man strutting around in gray wool, hollering, I'm General P9 Lee, bitch. He's puffing his blunt through the musket barrel like it's a vape. Meanwhile, Supreme's standing there stone-faced, like he just realized he gave his life away to fucking community theater. Then the reenactment kicks off. Cannons boom, muskets fire, except these nerds got no real ammo, so it's just smoke and dudes screaming, I'm hit, and falling over like soccer players. P9, he's taking selfies with corpses, throwing up gang signs over their fake dead bodies. Supreme finally loses it. He rips off his wool jacket, tosses the musket like it's a broken broom, and yells, "Yo, this isn't a fucking battlefield. This is Supreme's Dump Truck Adventures. Somebody give me a sandwich before I shoot myself for real." The crowd freezes. Dead silence except for P9 screaming, "Fuck the North, fuck the South. We riding for the Dump Truck Nation, baby." Now the crowd boos. Some old dude dressed like Abe Lincoln runs over, hat taller than his whole dignity, screaming, "That's disrespectful." P9 flips him off with both hands, still laughing. Lincoln can catch these hands, tall hat, little dick energy. Shit goes nuclear. Reenactors rush the dump truck like it's Normandy. Supreme slams the horn. Honk! Whole battlefield stops again. He leans out, cigarette hanging from his lip, eyes bloodshot as hell. "Listen up, you cosplay clowns. This is history's dumbest LARP. Go home, kiss your wife, pet your dog, do anything that don't involve sweating your balls off in a polyester uniform." And then he guns it. The dump truck tears through Gettysburg like Sherman marching to the sea. Confederate flags hanging off the bumper. P9 mooning the crowd out the window, dumping a bag of Doritos on them like confetti. By the time they get clear, they're at a Wawa. Supreme grabs a hoagie, P9's got a sleeve of Tasty Cakes, and they sit on the hood, breathing heavy like they just survived the Battle of Dunkin' Donuts. Supreme looks at P9 and says, "You know the moral here?" P9, mouthful of chocolate, nods. "Yeah, don't let white dudes in fake beards trick you into fighting wars that ended 200 years ago." Supreme smirks. "Close. The real moral is this: life's too fucking short for reenactments. But it ain't too short to subscribe to Bambi's channel, hit like, and ring that fucking bell so you don't miss us making fools of ourselves in the next state we get banned from." Dump truck rumbles off into the night. Somewhere behind him, Gettysburg's still smoldering from the dumbest battle it's seen since 1863. Moral of the story: don't waste your time sweating in wool pretending to be dead. Waste it watching Supreme and P9 fuck shit up on Bambi's channel. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, or Supreme's riding that dump truck straight through your lawn chairs.